welcome back to Connie Connection. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you had a great kickoff to the holiday season so far, as this episode specifically focuses on local authors, part-time historians. Richard Hughes will be on the show soon, talking more about his brand new book. But joining us, Connie Carson, a real estate agent and also a woman that's done a great job collecting all the local history here in Belleville, especially downtown Belleville, as she has a new book coming out soon. You might recall her segments, her half-hour programs here on your TV, Connie Cochico, Belleville Memories, with all the little stories kind of woven in. So Connie Carson's with us for a recap again. So Connie, so great to see you again. It's been too long.
Yeah, so good to see you too. It seems like it's been a long time.
It's amazing how far your Belleville Memories project has come so far. It started off as a pandemic project in 2020, a big Facebook group now. It's spawned into several books. So how has the response been like, Connie? Because I guess this has been keeping you busy for a while, eh?
It really has. Well, the first two books came out. The first book came out in the end of 2020, and then 21-22 was book 2, and then now book 3 is ready to go. So I've been keeping pretty busy.
When you started, Connie, what was kind of the focus for book 1? What are the titles? Could you share us the titles for book 1 and 2?
Yes, my first book was called Memories of Belleville. I'll just show you the cover of it. Does that help? Yeah, it's Memories of Belleville. It was just a bunch of stories that I put together of my memories of living in Belleville for 8 decades now. And then the second book, I kept on going with it because I had more stories to tell. So then we came out with more Memories of Belleville. So that was book 2. And then this last year, late 2023, 2024, I decided I really wanted to focus on the buildings in downtown Belleville, because it's kind of weird. All the time, all the many years I've been growing up in Belleville, I've gone to every store, like Reitman's, Cozy, every place you could think of. But I didn't really look at anything on the outside of the buildings. It was always focused on going into the store and seeing what was new and seeing what I could buy. But I found last year I got very interested in who built the buildings and what they were before they were, that particular store. And it just kept bugging me. So I thought, I'm going to write a book just about the 68 historic buildings on Front Street. And that's how it started.
And it's great to hear too, because there's renewed interest about downtown Belleville, a lot of construction renovations trying to revive these old buildings that have been vacant for a while. So Connie, for you, is there one building that you want to highlight? Do you want to start with kind of towards City Hall, then go down the road? A couple that really spark your interest?
Well, I really got very interested in the ones, I always lived just coming over the Upper Bridge, which was on the north end of downtown Belleville. And I would go by a cool little brick building every morning. And I'd also go by the old fire hall. And the two buildings, it turned out that Maury Flunder had just restored both of those buildings. And I thought, I'm going to write a story about Maury and the buildings. And that's kind of, the old fire hall was a really cool, interesting story. And that's just how come. And then I thought, well, why don't I keep going? Let's try one more story. And before you knew it, I had 68 of them written, and I've covered every historic building on Front Street.
So Connie, your new book, Facades on Front, that we're talking about right now, specifically talking about, what did you say, 68 storefronts in Belleville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Where can folks get those books? Where can folks get a copy of the book, Connie?
That book will be available for sale. We're hoping December the 1st.
Oh, nice.
And you can get it down at the log cabin, or you can get it at the Chamber of Commerce log cabin, or you can get it at Chapters has it as well. And we'll be doing lots of online book sales. A lot of people. I have that Facebook group with 15,000 people on it, the Sharing Belleville Memories, and they'll be very interested in it for Christmas gifts. So this is what the new book cover is going to look like. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
It shows the old rail streetcar.
I was going to say, yeah. When was the last time that was up and running in downtown Belleville?
Yeah. In 1900, they had a rail car that went all the way down Front Street.
Yeah. How do you get it published, Connie? Like, who's your publisher? How do you get this all done and everything?
Well, I have the very best researcher ever, my friend Patty Spice. She does all the research, and she's amazing. She's always down at archives and making sure everything's proper. And then I have my daughter Julie, who does Julie Carson, who does all the proofreading, and she's got an eye that you wouldn't believe for proofreading. And then I got my grandson John Ross Parks. He does the all the putting the stuff together for me. And then I have it printed by County Magazine, who are over in Prince Edward County that do that. So I got a good team behind me taking care of all this.
Yeah, real good team, Connie. So
Yeah.
is this kind of your latest project for a while, or do you have any other projects in the works? Because I understand you're trying to get some of your stories in a QR code so we can all kind of
Yes.
digitally walk around. Yeah.
Yes, that's what our next plan is. Every building will have a plaque on it. All the 68 buildings will have a plaque on it, a small plaque. We'll take them to a QR code, or they can click on the QR code and it'll take them to the full story of the building. So we're planning walking tours and different things to keep the downtown active and busy, and I think it's going to be a really good thing.
Yeah.
It's really my legacy to Belleville because I was born here, walked these streets a million times, and I wanted to leave something behind to show my what would be the word for my appreciation of being able to do all of this. It's been so great.
Well, we appreciate you, Connie. I mean, on behalf of all of us, our viewers here at Your TV Belleville, all our listeners on various radio stations, you're the woman we go to and we think of when we think of Belleville history right now. And you've done a great job compiling all this information, because I imagine you get all sorts of questions from locals on the Belleville Memories Facebook page asking you to dive
Yeah.
deeper about some family stories. Is that the case now you're finding?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, all kinds of them. Well, the businesses when I go in, all of them, they seem to be all busy, and I mean, things come and go. There's new businesses coming in every day, and old business will kind of go sometimes. I find that a lot of people, when they retire, and that's been their business for 40 or 50 years, Mr. Zed's, like places like that. He's worked there his whole life, and he helped build our city. And so he's retiring, but then somebody else comes in and either takes it over or has another reimagining what they're going to do with it. And it just keeps going. And it has since time began, when I go back to the 1830s and see what's happened. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's amazing how far we come. Well, once again, Connie Carson with us has a brand new book coming out called Facades on Front. You can get the Log Cabin in downtown Belleville, the Belleville Chamber of Commerce store, and also you can get it at Chapters in Belleville too. So Connie, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Good luck with your next research adventure.
Great. Thank you so much for having me on here.